Good morning, we're about 3.5 hours away from kick-off against Salford City in Sky Bet League 2 here at the Park this afternoon, and it's time for a pitch update with Chaz. Chaz, the sun's out, it's a nice spring morning, how are we?
Well, the sun was out until you said the sun's out and it's gone behind a cloud. Coming this morning, bit of mowing, and bit of spring in the air maybe. Feels a bit warmer, a bit of grass getting in the box, and a bit of grass coming off, and yeah, looking really positive. I don't think there's going to be any rain. If there is, it's going to be a tiny bit during the game, but you're relatively sheltered in here, so hopefully we might get the odd one or two in here for a bit of excitement this afternoon.
Here's hoping, another big crowd expected, I think. As we can see, the screen's up and the pitch is looking wonderful as well. You wouldn't think there'd been a game on it on Tuesday?
No. We got a new little machine we've got on demonstration. We had a little play with it. Went in a couple of directions, put a little bit of aeration and brushing and a couple of mows. I'm going to give it a mark out in a minute. It's nice and firm. A lot of rain yesterday. We had a few puddles on it, but that was expected because we're keeping it a bit firmer. So as soon as this wave of games goes through at the end of the month, we'll punch some holes in it. But I had a backup plan. If we were to play yesterday, we'd have been fine. It wasn't that much. It's just where there's a few little low spots, only a few millimeters, but the water just holds it because it was heavy rain. But sort of getting to learn how the pitch is going to perform, but certainly nothing that would have give us any problems at all. But yeah, and as for the screen, I don't get excited about much these days, and I had to stop. They were doing some tests, running some tests while I was mowing this morning, and I stopped, and the pixel, I think it's the word, pixel quality is fantastic. I felt you could watch a film on it. It'd be great.
It's not a bad idea, that. And when we've got the big screen linked up to the tannoy system, you'll be making your debut on there soon. Life's a Pitch is coming to the big screen.
Well, I did, somebody else jokingly said that the other day, and I thought we were trying to get more punters in rather than frightening people off. Perhaps if you put it right at the end when you're trying to get rid of everybody, then a bit like when I'm in the pub singing karaoke. They always put me on right at the end, so everyone leaves and goes home without any trouble because they'd be glad to get out of the pub when I'm singing. So yeah, put it on at the end and everyone will be on their way.
Don't do yourself a disservice. It'll definitely draw the punters in, I think. Game on Tuesday as well. So is it just standard maintenance? Nothing. Not
yeah, very
special?
much weather dependent. I mean, the weather looks pretty settled, to be honest. Got today's game. We'll just tidy up any loose ends. We'll chuck a bit of seed in the worn areas before today's game. Hopefully that'll improve things slowly. Or it'll just feed the birds, one or the other. And then Tuesday we'll do a couple of cuts before Tuesday, but we'll try and get our little brushing, a little brush and star wheel machine in to just prick that surface again and get the levels back Tuesday. And then we got a week's gap and another Tuesday. I think we've got 5 games in March altogether. So once those 5 games are out of the way, then I think we've got a little break. So we'll be able to punch a few holes. But at the moment, we're just focusing on getting that surface as true and as firm as humanly possible. And once the run of game goes through, then we'll be able to get some aeration done again and get back on it and obviously keep the fertilizer up. With the water that goes through it so quickly, it does take the fertilizer through with it. So you've got to just keep an eye on that. It quickly tails off and you've got to feed it. But that's learning to live with this pitch, which is, a challenge, and I love a challenge. So, yeah, it's really good. I'd just like to make a mention. We got a young man finishing today. He's been with us volunteering for a few months from Sidmouth Cricket Club down on the coast there, and he's cricket season starting. So, young Toby is his last day today, last Saturday officially, volunteering as a groundsman. For the day, and I wish him well in the cricket season. So a big thank you to him, and wish him well through the season, and hopefully he'll be back next winter when he's not done what to do with himself on a Saturday. So he might come and give us a hand again, maybe.
I certainly echo that. Thanks to all our volunteers, no matter what you do. Finally, Chaz, we interrupted your brunch as BLT baguette, I think it was. Looked amazing. Anything else on the menu for today?
Well, there will be, but that was not just any BLT. That was a salt and pepper baguette with smoked streaky bacon with one of those really massive tomatoes. I used to have them when I was in the south of France on holiday, and I think we just go to the local market and bought them and sliced them up. You could have them with anything, but I love them. So, and it was actually organic, so that made me feel a bit better about myself. Not much, but a bit. And yeah, so it was a lovely, but it was a bit on the large side. I did have to throw a bit of bread away, but the other two ate it, so I probably won't get much out of them for the rest of the day, but I'll just keep prodding and making sure they're still alive.
I'll tell you what, if the BBC are looking for a new presenter for Saturday Kitchen, I think we found one here. Chaz, thanks a lot. We'll let you get back with whatever else you need to do, and we'll catch up again in the week.
You'd forgotten what I told you earlier. I said it's white lining next, didn't I? So I've got white lining to do.
I did forget, yeah.
See ya.
Whatever's next, yeah.